Sometimes, since I have an autistic child, she does get in the way. So please mind that. Mind that. Anyway, let me start back from the beginning. We were talking, if you have missed it or jumped in and didn't miss it, about MAGA supporters leaving Trump, leaving the MAGA cult, leaving for good reasons, leaving because Trump is posting crazy memes. We're going to jump right into it again. We're going to start off with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene, the one that was battling with Jasmine Crockett, has to say. So check this out.
Yeah, that post last week got a lot more attention, where the president said a whole civilization will die tonight. And former Congresswoman Greene, you posted about that after the president had made that threat. He went off on Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, several people who have been pretty big champions of his in the past. And he also went after you. You responded to that post about a whole civilization will die with, in all caps, 25th Amendment and 3 exclamation points. Do you really think that the president should be removed from office?
I think we have to truly question the mental stability of any president that threatens to wipe out an entire civilization of people. That would include all the innocent people in that country that have nothing to do with the war, especially after President Trump said this was about freeing the Iranian people from the Iranian regime. So for him to call to wipe out an entire civilization of people is absolutely wrong. But, here I want to talk tonight about
coming from the mouth of a MAGA supporter, a main MAGA supporter, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is understanding that she joined the group and the group wasn't right. And like I said on my previous live before I was cut off, think about the regular average paycheck worker, the check to check or the tip worker or the 12-hour warehouse worker who's in West Virginia working their butt off, and they voted to put Trump in for main reasons, get rid of immigrants, as they would say, for gas prices and food prices. And they struggle every day because they have to pay gas prices that are higher, food prices that are higher, and deal with, in their perspective, immigrants at their jobs that have not been moved. Yeah, they're seeing ICE things, but they haven't seen people moving in their jobs. They actually have Hispanic and Latino and African and managers. So what my question was to you guys, if Marjorie Taylor Greene and the other supporters that we're going to talk about here are leaving, what are you going to do? That's my question to the regular average MAGA supporter. Let's move on a little bit and see what Tucker Carlson has to say.
On Thursday, he called you low IQ, a nut job, a fool. Also, he suggested you should see a good psychiatrist. Are you going to continue to love him?
As I've said, I feel sorry for him as I do for all slaves, but I will always like him. I will say Trump is one of the funniest people I've ever met. I feel sorry for him. I think he has some great qualities. I've certainly spent a lot of time with him, and I will always like him. If he called me now, I'd take the call. I don't want anything from him.
Well, he says he says you're always calling him, and he doesn't pick up anymore.
Yeah, no, I think that's not true. You can check my phone records, but I'm sure NSA already is. I'm not defensive about it.
What do the splits in the MAGA movement that we see now, former Trump allies like yourself, on the front foot criticizing the president and the action he's taken, what do they mean for the future of MAGA?
I think MAGA as a movement was never clearly defined, probably for a reason. There was no real platform in the Republican convention in 2024. That was, of course, by design. And so I think the movement is whatever Donald Trump says it is. I think that's the definition. I don't know another. He turns 80 in June. So this is not a movement that's going to, persist through the generations, I wouldn't think, since it's based on one man.
Movement based on one man, straight out of the mouth of Tucker Carlson, another strong MAGA supporter who actually says that he is still a friend of Donald Trump after Donald Trump has said these things to him. And hey, if he wants to be his friend after he said those things, then fine, it is what it is. But as a MAGA supporter in the regular world, I'm saying, what are you going to do? These people are leaving because of certain things. Are you going to stay around? Are you going to stick around while Donald Trump sit there and calls himself Jesus Christ? Are you going to stick around when he goes at the Pope? Are you going to stick around when he takes the United States down? Because we are at a pivotal moment in history where he takes down the United States. And are you going to sit there and just let that happen? Or are you going to do like the rest of these people are doing? So let's move on to the next one and take a look at what Megyn Kelly has to say.
I don't know about I am shit. I'm sick of it. Can't he just behave like a normal human? I mean, honestly, like the president, 3D, yes, shut up. Fucking shut up about that shit. You don't threaten to wipe out an entire civilization. We're talking about civilians just casually in a social media post. This is completely irresponsible and disgusting.
Quite something. Who would like to take this one? Jamie Cahill.
When you lose Alex Jones, Laura Loomer, and Megyn Kelly, it is not a good day for Donald Trump. I also think it's fascinating because we're also, they're public figures, but also the MAGA base is angry and divided about this. They were angry that
That there's what Tucker Carlson had to say. Give me 1 second. I have to take care of something. My apologies. I'm telling you, I'm doing this show live. I wanted to try to get it out and my autistic daughter just had some things going on. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. I was talking to the MAGA crew about what are you going to do, and showing some of the other people that was in the MAGA crew who decided to leave. Now, sorry, I'm out of breath. I was running. I have another one to show you. This one here is what Candace Owens had a little bit to say. Check it out.
Okay, going back to just the rules of the jungle. Okay, let all the politicians and advisors around you evaporate for just a moment. Just you and me, ready? People will not fight beside, behind, or for someone who is fundamentally disloyal. Okay? If disloyalty and deceit is in your nature, then I highly suggest that you combine it with silence. You can be what you are, but I would advise you do it quietly, Trump. Because MAGA is no longer connected by you, and you know it. You know it. You belong to the Epstein class. That is your legacy now. People will see your name on buildings, whatever was agreed upon in those boardrooms, Jared Kushner, Trump, Gaza, hotel, whatever you tweeted, so crass. They will see that. You will earn that. And then when they see it, they will think about how many children had to die or be raped by men on islands so that you could stick the Trump name upon a building. And for clarity, Mr. President, that's not my fault. That's not Megyn Kelly's fault. That's not Tucker Carlson's fault. You made that trade. You chose money above respect. And what an absolute shame that you chose to do that toward the end of your life, okay? Because you can't take money and things and stuff with you when you go, just your soul. And you sold yours for what? Another gilded ballroom? Let me be perfectly clear when I say this. Charlie Kirk, he died free. You will most certainly die a slave.
To me, felt like she meant that with her full heart. So, a lot of leaders in the MAGA community are turning away from Donald Trump and moving in another direction. They have seen the pictures, they've listened to the words, they watched the tweets on Truth Social, and they worked under him and found out that they were wrong. You regular Americans like us, you're supporting Trump and you're a MAGA. Have you thought about any of things? If you're struggling to support your family, fill your gas tank, and still fighting for Trump. So just think about that for a while and let it ponder. No judgment, just a question. Thank you all for your patience, your support. I was doing this live on 4 different channels. So of course I'm going to, before we go, thank everyone, my YouTube channels. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing, liking. Please share some more. Let's get this up to 1,000. For my revolutionary page, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try to put some more videos out there. YouTube has banned the Iran videos, so we could talk about them, but that's probably all we can get here. But you will see them on the revolutionary page. Keep checking it out. Actually, come here to watch more of these. Like and subscribe. Please help me get to 1,000. To the Instagram page, same thing. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. And to my regular Facebook page as well. I love you all. Most of my family members are there. Like and subscribe. Come to the channel. Like and subscribe. Thanks again. Thank you all for watching. I see you on the next episode of Nukisa Explains the World. Have a good day. Peace.